Why don't I have an album out? Why don't I have an album out? Welcome to Good Morning, New Hell City, Season 5. We've been in this bitch for 5 seasons. 5 whole seasons where I've not shown my hole yet. Although I'm desperate enough to, because I haven't won a heli for this show in a while, and I would like to. So maybe I will show a hole. Maybe I will. It's this whore's 5th time in the hot seat. Folks, demons, Christians, Satanists alike. Welcome to Sgt Pepper. Fanfare, fanfare, fanfare. Welcome, Sgt Pepper. Pepper says, what's the 5th time? For those who don't know, Sgt Pepper has never had a voice. Completely has never had one, has never used one. She gets through life somehow, but she just has never spoken. Never, not once. But she does yell with her fingers. Keyboard style. Keyboard style. Sgt Pepper, tell us. Keep talking. It doesn't get better. Sgt Pepper, what is your favorite part of New Hell City thus far? Tell us. Pepper's thinking. I don't want to tell you. Great. Okay. That's fine. I mean, yeah, that totally works. What is your favorite channel, Sgt Pepper? Gaming. That would be Gamer Chat for those who don't know. Will Gamer Chat win best overall channel? Because it is probably the most used channel, or the most frequently used channel, I think. Maybe it will win. I wonder. I don't know. Sgt Pepper's typing. I mean, probably, yeah, the gaming channel. Do I look gorgeous today? This should be a very easy question. I don't know why you're thinking about it. Seems like an odd choice to be thinking about it. Not sure why that would be happening. I choose not to perceive you. You know what? I feel like that's the same thing. I feel like it is. What does your new Hell City apartment look like these days? What changes have you made? I think Sgt Pepper. Let me see how many Helly Sgt Pepper is at. I believe she's at smaller. You made it smaller. Why would you make it smaller? That's such an odd choice to make it smaller. For those who don't know, Sgt Pepper is the 7th most Helly award-winning Hellion of all time. She's won 15 Hellies over her lifetime. We're still trying to get the girlfriend in New Hell City. We'll work on it. Let's talk about the cryptids. Is there any way to stop them? Is there any way to stop the cryptids? Sergeant the Pepper. Pepper's driving. Run him over. Okay, run him over. Cool. So the ones who jump, it's still fine, I'm assuming. Jumping shouldn't be an issue, according to you. Fly him over. Okay, great. Okay, cool. We'll get right on that, I guess. All right, let's talk about my favorite part of the interview. Let's talk about last year's Hellies. Now, in 2024, I can't remember how many Hellies you won. Let's actually take a look. I should know this. Off the top of my head. But last year, you won 2 Hellies, which is low for you. You're normally more in the 4, 5, even 6 range. I won nothing. I lost them. So you were nominated 7 times, and we'll go through them right now. So your first nomination was for Lewd Queen, which is an award which you have been known to frequent, and it is not the first time, but you lost Lewd Queen. So it was between you, Gamer Crucitor, and Hamikaze, and you end up losing to Gamma Cruciador. How did you feel about losing this prestigious award? It is quite shocking when you lose this award. Please tell us. Was inevitable. Been outlooted. Wow. She's always so accepting of the outcome. Interesting. Um, here's a fun game. So there's only 3 of you who were nominated. Um, how? What is the percentage you think of folks that voted for you? Obviously, you were in second place. You were the incumbent winner. But how many percent of the votes out of 100 do you think you got? 60. That is high. That is actually what Gamma. Gamma got 55. You got 40%. So you lost by, what is that? 3 votes, 3 or 4 votes? So not bad. Not bad, Sgt. Pepper. Not bad at all. You were also nominated for Best Scenic Screenshot. I'm going to post your screenshot here. This one was called Fall from Grace from the Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Do you remember this this piece? I'm about to post it right now. Nope. Is that Pilot Jack in there? By the way, if someone wants to come read for Pepper, feel free to ping me, and I'll let you speak for the Queen Pepper. So that is from that screenshot is from Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which I played for I think exactly 20 minutes before I turned it off. But tell us about the screenshot, Pepper. Is there anything that are you glad this one won from your folder? I believe you had quite a few in your folder. Is this the one you wanted? Were you happy with this one? Thought was cool. Thought would take pictures. Yep. Okay, great. That's that makes sense. But Pepper, it's okay because you lost to a threesome, which we often do. Many of us have lost to a threesome. The first one you lost to, you're up against Minnie with a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth screenshot, Swiftcut Lassie with a Honkai Star Rail screenshot, Jesse also with a Honkai Star Rail screenshot, Devin Warlord with a Metro Last Light screenshot, Gloria with a Kerbal Space Program 1 screenshot, Princess Zoe with a Roblox screenshot, and Fire Demon 2021, whew, so good looking, with a Hellblade 2 Sinuous Saga screenshot. You lost to me, Pepper. You lost to me. How does that feel? How does that feel to lose to me? Not mad. More like would stab you. Oh, yeah, that's definitely not mad. That seems not mad. Seems like a not mad thing to do. I often stab people I'm not mad at. However, it's okay. It is okay because you made history with your next win. So you were up for Clip of the Year. You were up against several Fire Demon clips. You were up against Fire is Not the Gamey's Gamer, starring me, clipped by Minnie. Merched by My Own Turret, starring and clipped by Colonel. For the classic Fire Demon fan, starring Fire, clipped by Nalum. How Old Are You, starring and clipped by Minnie. ASMR Fire, starring Fire and clipped by Max. You Don't Shoot People in the Dick Butters, starring Phil and clipped by Swift. And finally, Agent 47 does more than just kill people. He does it on the dance floor too, starring and clipped by Devin. So, you ended up winning this one. You not only won this, but you also tied with Phil Reich and Swiftcut Lassie. So, this is the clip that, oops, is that the clip? Yes, there we go. This is the clip that that Pepper won with. Now, Pepper, this is a very special Clip of the Year win because this is the first Clip of the Year that Fire Demon is not involved in the winnings, which means you guys are tired of me. So I will be shutting down the server. But before I do that, Sgt. Pepper is also the first and only winner of Clip of the Year to star and clip her own winning clip. So Sgt. Pepper's the first and only to do that, because usually it is me winning when someone else clips me. So congratulations, Pepper. I guess you're a trailblazer, or whatever. Or whatever. You were also nominated for Gamey's Gamer up against Mini Wired Vex, Fire Demon 2021. Ooh, handsome. Pancake, Aragorn, and Devon Warlord. And you ended up winning that one. How does it feel to once again take my award? Once again. Once again. I mean, it's not you, so wow. Okay, wow. Who do you think, so first of all, who do you think was second place? Is my question to you. That list again was Mini Wired Vex, Fire Demon 2021, Pancake, Aragorn, and Devon Warlord, not you. You are correct. It was not me, unfortunately. It was Mini. Mini. Do you think Mini's going to, best you this year? Do you think, because Mini's been nipping at your heels for a little bit for this award. Do you think best? Nah. Equal? Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. Very egalitarian of you. I don't know what egalitarian is. We've talked a lot about Gamiest Gamer. Maybe we should save this question for later, but we'll talk about who the winner might be this year. You got, there's your 2 wins for the year. You're also nominated for Best Combined Quote for Is Cookie Worth It, with you and Masa Moyed, which I'm about to pull up right now. Is Cookie Worth It, which I'm assuming you don't remember. I'm going to post it in chat right now. Is Cookie Worth It, featuring Masa Moyed and Sgt. Pepper. So Masa Moyed says, Pepper, can I have Kubi? And Sgt. Pepper says, yes, with the cat gun. Masa says, please don't shoot. And then Pepper gives the cookie, and then Masa eats it, and then Pepper eats it. It's actually, it's actually quite a wholesome quote. Usually Pepper doesn't allow cookies to be eaten without some sort of collateral. Unfortunately, you did not win that one. I'm trying to see if you got any votes for that one, because a lot of folks didn't. One vote. So maybe either you or Masa Moyed voted for that one. There you go. That was one vote. You were also nominated for Best Combined Quote for Pepper's Gun, with between one Fire Demon 2021 and Sgt. Pepper. So this is Pepper's Gun, in which Fire Demon says, congrats to Sgt. Pepper for most contributing community member. And then Sgt. Pepper wrote, get away from me. The gun out. Pepper, which of these do you think either one of these deserve to win? Do you think why am I always being held up by Pepper? I will tell you right now, yes. I will tell you right now that Pepper's Gun did get one more vote than the cookie one. So folks voted for both of your things, which not everyone can say. So congratulations for that. You did not win. You lost to me and Masa Moyed. So I guess I'm okay with that. You also, I can't even lie, you also had, to me, the best quote of last year, the best solo quote, which to this day cracks me up. I think this was done in my stream. This is one of my favorite quotes that's ever been said in this community. It's called "Fucking My Man." I don't know what the context was, but Sgt. Pepper says, it's me, I've been fucking my man. I don't know why that's so funny. It's so stupid. It is so stupid. It is so stupid. And it makes no sense if you know anything about Sgt. Pepper. But it is so stupid. I will say, So you're up against a quote from Jesse, Max, who eventually won, Swift Cut Lassie, Masamoya, KMM Green, Onyx, Elihu, Addy, consistently depressed, Fire Demon 2021, Roram Vishigigart, and Jax. Where do you think fucking my man landed in the votes? Out of, let's see, there's 13 nominees. Out of 13 nominees, where do you think this one landed? Last place. It absolutely was not last place. Fucking my man was third place, right behind Amasa Moyed quote. So not bad. You got 14% of the votes to the winner's 31. So definitely the last place. And I think that's it. I think those are all your nominations. Yep. For 2024, you made out with two out of seven. Do you think those are good odds? Do you think that's a good average? 2 out of 7. Absolutely not. Oh, bad average. Okay, great. Here's the other debate: is that the other debate is that do you think it's like better to have a ton of nominations and very few to ensure like at least one win, or is it more impressive to have like you do 7 nominations, 2 wins? Do you think that's more impressive than someone who has like 38 nominations and 2 wins? Nah, be good at one thing, get the win. Okay, all right. The queen has spoken. Um, so, where in your residence do you keep your 2 new helis? Where in the Chateau Pepper do you keep your 2 new additions? I lost them. Well, thankfully they're sentient, so they should find you again. Were you drunk coming back from the helis? Did you drink at the after party? Because we talked about that. Wow, drinking at the after party. There are minors there, okay? Um, what heli did you lose this past year, 2024, that you wish you hadn't? That was, let's see, you lost Best Scenic Screenshot. You lost Lewd Queen, Best Solo, Best Combined Quote. Any that you wish you hadn't lost? I just don't want to think I hadn't lost. Okay, fair enough. I guess so. I guess she's not thinking about it. Um, wait, do I have a new? Okay, let's talk about your. Oh, is there a heli that you won this past year that you didn't think that you would? Gamiest Gamer or Clip of the Year before we go on to your 2025 nominations. And I take my pills. My baby pills because I'm a baby. Let the votes be what it may. Okay. All right. We'll move on to your 2025 nominees, of which you have 10. You've stepped it up a few. You have 10 now. You're nominated for Lewd Queen once again against your previous winner, Gamma Caruchador. Monica has entered the chat. Minnie, Hamikaze again, and Toby. How do you feel about your odds this time? Do you think you'll be outlooted once again? Or do you think I feel old? We all should feel old. You've been being nominated since 2019. Also, Sgt. Pepper is nominated for the Lifetime. Well, we'll talk about the Lifetime Achievement Award. I feel odd. Oh, I thought you said old. I mean, you should feel old. You should feel old. You should feel very old. You're also nominated, new category for you, Screen Queen. I think new category for you. Up against Princess Zoe, Minnie Swift, Lobsy, for all of your work in underground entertainment. That's how you get Screen Queen, by the way, y'all. Post a bunch in underground entertainment, underworld entertainment. Sorry. Pepper, how do you think about those? What do you think about those odds? You versus who is that? Princess Zoe, who's won it a few times. Minnie, who's gunning for it. Swift Cut Lassie, Lobsy. even. How do you feel with your odds? They're even. Okay, very good. Very good. She's deep in the competition, I suppose. You were also nominated for Clip of the Year. Once again, you were solo clipping for something called The Message, which I'm going to post here. Can you tell us anything about this clip? I forgot to ask you about your award-winning clip. But can you tell us about The Message, which I'm posting here in chat right now? You're still a dingus. What is this game? I'm playing it right now. I'm playing the clip right now. Fire Demon. She's writing something on like a paint tool. And it says Fire Demon sucks. It's Mario Paint apparently. And then a smiley face. And then she draws over it. Okay, great. Great. So that'll probably win. That'll be great. Love that. What was the inspiration behind that, I guess? And while you type that in, I'm going to tell you that there's 7 nominees right now. We have one called A Great Use of 10K Channel Points. I think Dio made me do push-ups. Starring me, clipped by Dio. We have Slay, starring and clipped by Minnie. We see all starring Fire Demon, clipped by Spider Monkey. Gamiest Gamer Everyone, that old trend, starring Fire, clipped by Minnie. The Orbs Slayer by Retro, clipped and starring Retro. Accept It, starring Fire Demon and clipped by Rormafishy Gigart. And now, of course, The Message. You being a dingus. That's the inspiration, apparently, for this one. I'm assuming you think you're going to win, right? Probably. Now we're going to move on to your screenshots, of which I think you're one of the few winners who has both a comedic screenshot and a scenic screenshot win. I think. I'm not entirely sure. I think that's true. But you are nominated for both awards. So we're going to pull those out. You can tell us the inspiration. So the first one is from Fortnite called Cluckizzle My Glizzle. I didn't know people still played Fortnite, but can you tell us about this piece and what is the inspiration? What are we looking at? Apparently it's Snoop Dogg, who has not aged well recently, and he's playing a video game with a snowman inside that is melting, but it's a chicken thing. I guess I have to play. I guess I have to play this Fortnite to understand this, but sure. Pepper doesn't remember that. Okay, great. Well, let's see if that wins. You were up against, for that one, you're up against Aragorn, Zoza64, and Lobsy. It's a very short list this year so far. 4 nominees. So I think you have a good chance. You might have a good chance on that one. These next 2 I just posted are from your scenic screenshot folder, which you have 2. They're both from Cyberpunk 2077, which we've not had a Cyberpunk screenshot in a while. But, I should say, on the comedic screenshot, you're up against screenshots from Danganronpa 2 and Elden Ring. But for scenic screenshot, you were up against stuff from Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, pretty much almost all Final Fantasy 14. And I think some from Baldur's Gate, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, tell us about the inspiration. Yeah, I'm not winning. Why don't you think you're winning with these? These are really cool. These are cool little cyberpunk. Too dark. Oh, you think only light pictures win? 2 atmosphere. Oh, I think you've won with some atmosphere pieces before, but okay. Either way. You were nominated against for Gamiest Gamer, a award you're very comfortable winning at these days. Won it 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row. You're up against Minnie, Nalum, Wired Vex, Fire Demon 2021, Retro, new Best New Member nominee, and Zozo64. Do you think? Do you think? Oh, speaking of which, Minnie is here. Minnie, do you want to come on mic? Your rival is here. Minnie, should we get you on mic to read Sgt Pepper's lines? Pepper, expose yourself. Um, what was I gonna say? Uh, yeah, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win Gamey's Gamer? Who's gonna win Gamey's Gamer this year? Who do we think? Because here's the thing. Here is the thing. So, if Minnie wins it, it'll be like the big triumphant thing. Because Minnie has been just one or two votes away from winning this thing. So there's a story there of Minnie sort of trying and failing and trying and failing. However, Wired Vex has never won a heli. So Wired Vex is in what we call the Ultimate Losers Club, which has a sole member, which is just Wired Vex. And it is the requirements for Ultimate Losers Club is that you have been nominated every single year of the helis and never won. And Wired Vex is the only member of that club. So if Wired Vex finally wins Gamey's Gamer, he could finally get out of the club. So, I mean, I don't know. Who do we pick? Is it Minnie or is it Vex? I don't know. Or is it Pepper? Or is it Fire Demon 2021? You know what I mean? Is it me? Is it, me? Me. Could it be me? You know. No one's picking you, Fire. Wait, what do you talk? You know what? Anyway, moving on from my hateration over here. You're nominated for Best Combined Quote 3 times. Apparently people like you a lot to talk to you 3 times. So, let's see what the first one we'll take is. We have one from Masa Moyed and Sgt Pepper called Whatever This Was. And we'll read this one aloud. Sgt Pepper goes splunkinging, and then Masa goes gruntinging, and then Pepper goes hippunti, shumpunti, vungbungti, krumbungi, masingi. What? They're just speaking gibberish back and forth. I don't understand. They were just speaking gibberish back and forth. Okay, yeah, that's one. You're also nominated once again with your Best Pal Fire Demon 2021 called Die, where you, I'm trying to pull it up, where you, I said, how dare, and then you held up a gun to me, and you said you were lacking Die, and then I put up the baby meme of the baby coming into the room and getting scared and leaving. So there's that one. Yep, there's the gun again. So there's that one. And then your last one, I believe, is with Wired Vex, which, once again, if Wired wins this one, we'll get him out of the Ultimate Losers Club. Are we faster? God. And this one is called Delete Server. So this one says, Wired Vex says, listen here, you gremlin. And then Pepper says, goblin. And then Wired Vex says, goblin D's nuts. And then Pepper says, no. Wired Vex says, yes. And then Sgt Pepper just posts delete server. So Pepper, which of these 3 quotes that you have so far, of course you can have the opportunity to have more, which of these quotes do you hope wins? Do you think has the best chance of winning, and which one do you hope wins? Neither, all dumb. Okay, so Pepper's hoping to lose and hates all these quotes. But one of them is not as dumb. Okay, which one is not as dumb? I don't think I can guess whichever one that is, but which one is not as dumb? Are you gonna tell me, or no? You don't know. Okay, great. That's great. Cool. Very good. You're finally nominated for Best New Hell City Event, as you are every year. Your Heli Award-winning gaming news coverage that you do anytime there's an award show or a presentation. How has that been this year? I feel like there's been less this year than ever before. How's that been going? Much less. She says, Pepper been making me do her work. Yeah, eventually, if we start recruiting more folks, we'll have to make it Minnie and Pepper's gaming news coverage, or Minnie, Nep, and Pepper's gaming news. Be also less punctual. Hire Minnie on. That's fair. So if you win Best New Hell City event, will we also have to give the heli to Minnie, or is that sort of like outsourcing your work? How do we do that? How do we reconcile that? Split the award in half and share with Minnie. It's kind of hard to really split in half. It's kind of done by Matt. Anyway, you're up against Monica's Doki Doki Posting Hell Edition. You're up against Fire Demon's Daily Menu, or Good Morning New Hell City Season 5, this very podcast. Hello. What's That Wednesday by Nalam, Lobsy's Letterbox Movie Reviews, and Princess Zoe's Fashion Corner. So, who knows? It's anyone's game, as they say. It is anyone's game. My next question to you is, how many helis do you want to win this year out of your 10? Or beyond 10, I suppose. At most one. I don't think you've won just one heli in a very long time, so that would be shocking. Next question, how many do you think you will win? How many do you think you will win? At most one. At most one, okay. And here's another question. Who hasn't won a heli yet who you think should win, or who hasn't won a certain category that you think should win said category? Wired Vex. I agree. Wired Vex deserves a heli. And I'll tag him just so he knows it. Who has too many helis? Fire Minnie's touching me. Do I have to separate you two again? My goodness. Who has too many helis? I also agree that Minnie has too many helis. I think Minnie does have too many. That's a good point. Very good. Very good point. Pepper, can you make a heli prediction? Any. It doesn't have to do with you if you don't want it to, but make a single heli prediction. No. Pepper just said no. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's never had a guest just say no before, but yeah, sure, we can go with that, I guess. Out of everyone who's joined this year so far, who do you think is going to win Best New Member? Let me know if you need a reminder of who is nominated for Best New Member. No. Oh no. Oh no. Pepper's gone rogue. We recently had our Loose for Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, Amakitten. Can you say something nice about Amakitten? Oh, if you say no to this, we will be adding Amakitten. We will at her. Love her much. Okay, all right. Okay, very nice. Do you have any advice to someone who has just joined New Hell City? Pepper's typing. Interact, not with me, with everyone else. And finally, what are your goals for this year in New Hell City in September? So far of September. Goals, yes, goals. Any goals? Any hole is a goal, as they say. Any hole is a goal. What did you say? Brain, not whole goal. None. Okay, great. No goals. Okay, we'll get to the fan question portion. Um, and Wired Vex is here. By the way, Wired Vex. So Pepper thinks that we tagged you. We only tagged you so we could see Pepper being nice to you. We said that you deserve to win. Someone who hasn't won who deserves to win in a heli is you. You are the one who deserves to win. Um, so so feel free to ask Pepper any questions if there's anything that anyone has been dying to know, and we'll go until we can't think of any more. Pepper says, "Why do you do the things you?" I mean, Minnie says, "Why do you do the things you do?" It's a great question. Why do you do the things you do? Why do bad do? Okay, be do. Oh, okay. Pepper's new thing is just resorting to nonsense. Cough. Okay. Yeah, that I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? Any other questions? I was tagged. He'll be tagging me in these trying times. That's not a. You know what? Maybe we should move on to the rapid fire. It was fire. It's fire. Wait, what? It's not my fault. You know what? You know what? You're half gun. You know what? I think we've. Oh boy. See now it's gone crazy. I think it's time for the rapid fire. I think we've done enough. I think it's time for rapid fire. Don't you think? So Pepper can get back to I don't know polishing her guns or playing with her sword or I don't know what she does. Oh no. Oh no. Chat is turning. Okay, Pepper, here are 27 questions so you'll get out of my house. Are you ready for them, Sergeant Pepper? Five, four, three, dos, minudos. I can leave your house. What are you terrible at, Sergeant Pepper? What are you terrible at? Leaving your house. What are you amazing at? What, Sergeant Pepper, are you amazing at? Hiding in a box? Hiding in a box. Yeah, that makes sense. Sergeant Pepper, what is your favorite, your absolute favorite thing to do? What is your favorite thing to do, Sergeant Pepper? You don't get to ask that. I. Okay. What is your least favorite thing to do? Points a gun at me. Okay, great. Do I look. I'm leaving. Do I look gorgeous today? Do I look gorgeous today? She said, I'm leaving. You can't stop me. She's driving out of here. No more questions. Bye. Sergeant Pepper has left the building. Sergeant Pepper has left. She left. She's gone. We have no more questions. We have no more interviewer. So that's it. That's it. We interviewed Sergeant Pepper. If you want to find Sergeant Pepper, good luck, because she can't. She left. She's gone. And if you would like to vote for her, she'll be nominated 10 times in the Helly Awards. One of her, she said you should vote for Wired Vex because Wired Vex is the is the last one to win a Helly. So vote for Wired Vex, I guess, or vote for Minnie. I'm not sure. Vote for one of those folks, and vote for Sergeant Pepper. But most of all, vote for me. Vote for me.